Hello gang, it's Thursday, good morning to you, and welcome to another exciting day in your sad, lonely and pathetic life. Yes, it's been quite a good week so far. Monday night karaoke, fantastic. Tuesday quiz, very good. One of the busiest quizzes we've had for a while actually. I think we had about 55 people playing or something like that in the end. But, I've got to tell you, a few months ago, a new sound system was installed there. It's a Sonos sound system, S-O-N-O-S, installed by Ritcher Sounds. Now, they were informed, Ritcher Sounds this is, that the sound system had to be compatible with a quiz night that I do there every Tuesday night. So that was all done and well and good. And you know what? Ever since that sound system has been installed, it's been a bloody nightmare. The time spent on it, trying to sort it out, is just a bloody joke. It really is. When you use the microphone, there's an echo, because it's all Bluetooth, right? And it seems that it takes only a short period of time, but nevertheless, it takes time for my microphone to go through the system and come back out the speakers. So you've got this echo all the time. If I'm standing in front of you, it's at its worst, because you hear me direct, and then you hear me coming back over the speakers. Half the time, the system cuts out for no apparent reason, right? So I can be halfway through the quiz and suddenly the sound will just go off. And then they have to reconnect it. I have no idea what they're doing. What an absolute awful crap system. It really is. It just doesn't suit the purpose. So whose fault is it? Is it Ritcher Sounds for putting it in? Or is it Sonos? I gather from our lovely manageress, Anne-Marie, that they're all blaming each other. And they're blaming British Telecom, that it's the internet's fault. But we're stuck with this bloody system, which is absolute crap. If I had a pub, there's no way I'd install a Sonos system. You know, I've always said this before, the best systems you have, whether it be internet or audio or visual, is connected by wires. If it breaks down, it's generally a wire has come apart somewhere. This system is constantly going off for no reason, and then everything has to be reset. The time that is spent trying to get things working in there is really unbelievable, and it's a bloody shame. It's a real shame, because we've got a nice little quiz night going there. It was going before me. I've been doing it for just over 2 years now, and I love the night. It's a bloody pain in the arse to get to sometimes, especially this week. Oh, Christ. So, you know, I was sailing through the traffic on Tuesday night. Much easier than I usually. Oh, fuck, this is going to be really good today. And all of a sudden, we came to an abrupt halt. I came to an abrupt halt. It turns out there's an accident on the road ahead, and it's busy anyway. And instead of taking me about 1 hour and 40 minutes, it took me 2 hours and 45 minutes to get there on Tuesday. Now, if you know me, you'll know that I always leave in plenty of time in case something goes wrong. And I still managed to get there a minute before I was due to start. So we actually started a bit late. But people are very understanding. You know, when you're reliable, when you're very, very reliable, and I don't mind blowing my own trumpet here because I am. If you're very, very reliable and you're late, people don't mind. People don't mind, because it will be once in a blue moon. It's the first time, really, I've started late in the just over 2 years that I've been there. Right? I'm really hot on turning up for things on time. Other people are not so hot. They don't seem to worry that it's okay to get there 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes a little bit late. Oh, don't worry, they'll understand. No, they won't understand. That's not the appointment. The appointment is for 8 o'clock. The show starts, in this case, at 8:30. I like to be there at 7:45. Just in case anything goes wrong, like the bloody sound system. Fortunately, the manageress Anne-Marie was there on this particular night, and she was able to sort it, but it took her ever so long to sort it. It really is crap. If you've got a pub, do not buy a Sonos system. It's not fit for purpose. Not in a pub. Doesn't work in the Mayflower. It really doesn't. You know, and if I was Sonos, S-O-N-O-S, if I was Sonos, I would be contacting the pub, the Mayflower, just in case you're watching this. That's the Mayflower pub in Rotherhithe, right? Contact them and also contact Ritcher Sounds. You can find all the information out from the pub and ask them why on earth they installed this piece of rubbish in our pub. It looks lovely, and I'm sure it's technically marvellous. I'm sure it probably works perfectly in people's houses, but in a pub situation, it just doesn't bloody work. We've had this thing for months now. Months! And we do our best. Anne-Marie pushes buttons. The first round on Monday, I had no microphone at all. I had to go around and shout the questions out. Which is, you know, it's possible. I can do that. It's not ideal. Because when it comes to the music round, I can't sing the tunes. Although I did do that once when it wasn't working again. It's not just once or twice. This is constantly happening in there. And it is an absolute nightmare. Sonos. So if you are watching this, Sonos, can I suggest you contact the Mayflower in Rotherhithe and try and sort it out? And if you do, I'll do a nice reply on this and say thank you that you did. But at the moment, I wouldn't recommend you to anyone, Sonos or Ritcher Sounds, for installing this piece of rubbish into the pub. Because it's not working in there. It's not working. There's my little moan for the day. If you want to come along to our little quiz, it's fantastic. It is a wonderful little night there I've got going. We've all got going. Not just me, it's the staff. It's not just one person, you see. All these jobs I do, whether it's karaoke, quiz, whatever, you have to be part of a team. You know, sometimes some places I have worked in, or maybe do work in now, you don't feel that you're part of it. You understand what I mean? Once that happens, then I tend to leave. And it does happen. It does happen. Things change, you know. I've always worked pretty well on my own. When I say on my own, I mean I do that job, they do that job, but we all work together. You understand what I mean? Other people find it difficult unless they're actually in a team. You know, little friends doing this. But they kind of pigeonhole themselves into sort of one area, if you see what I mean. Whereas I do lots of different things. I do this little chat blitz and the discos and the karaoke. And, you know, you've got to do a little bit of everything, I think. And enjoy yourself. Do you know, I forgot what else I was going to tell you. Oh, yes. I saw my niece has posted a little picture on Facebook about this glass of what I can only describe as green slime. Have a look at this. Now, don't you think looks particularly vile? Nasty looking stuff. And she drinks this. She drinks it, dear. All right? So, I mean, it just looks vile, doesn't it? So she's got one of these juicer things. Now, she did say what was in this thing. 1 minute, let me find what out was there. She said, let me find it again. Where's that picture of the green thing I just showed you? There it is. She said it's spinach, melon, pineapple, blueberries and pomegranate seeds. All in the one. I mean, it just looks completely vile, doesn't it? It looks like you're drinking seaweed. Oh, niece, do you really think that's doing anything good for you? Because I don't think it is. Check this out. In yesterday's Daily Mail, the juice diet myth, fat-busting claims. And not that you're fat. I don't know, if you think you should lose weight, then I think you're thinking wrong, Tracy, dear. Because you're not fat, my little niece. She says the juice diet myth, fat-busting claims don't stand up to scientific scrutiny. Advertising Standards Authority has banned 3 juicer adverts from the screens. The Philips commercials claimed juices could help drinkers slash fat. Given a lack of evidence, Watchdog found the ads were misleading. And, you know, I'm sure I've seen before that there's a big... Fruit is good for you, I'm sure it is. But there's a big difference in sitting there and peeling one orange or eating an apple or even, you know, a few strawberries. There's a big difference between that and putting 4 or 5 oranges in a juicer thing, together with a bucket of strawberries and 3 pineapples and all that. Look at all that you're putting in there. Whereas if you just eat 1 orange, that's probably all right. And I think this stuff is full of sugar. I really do. I think juices, I think making these juices, of course, undoubtedly, it must be better than drinking a can of Coke or lemonade or something like that. Undoubtedly. But I do think you're filling yourself up with sugar. And Tracy, you don't need to lose weight, darling. No one can, but no woman in this world, and certainly not my dear sister, no, no woman in this world can possibly be prettier than my niece, other than one of my great nieces. I'm sorry, Tracy. Time to move aside, darling, and let the little young ladies come through. Yes, indeed. You will do this. Evie and... oh, God, the name's gone out of my head. Emily. Evie and Emily. They are the new girls on the scene. Move aside, niece. Your time is up. Thank you, boys and girls. Chris@UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk is my email address. See you tomorrow.